title. 49 viewers on writing and reading. That's it. It's very, very small. Character development, outlining, brainstorming, armature, romantasy, writing, publishing. Pass. Alright, get all that done. Go back to the OBS. Start all. Bam. Alright, and we're live. We're back. We're doing this stuff. Okay, so it says I'm still streaming from last night. Twitch is funny that way. Ugh. So right now what I'm working on doing is trying to get the final pass, the whatever little touch-up edits I need to do. I can think of like 2 that I still need to do in the main story. And Drowning Chapter 1. Yeah, so there's the first book, or first chapter. So I kind of got this figured out a little bit. I asked ChatGPT what do I need to do. I've done this before. I've been through the steps before, but that was years ago. Louisville, I swear to God, shut up. Shut up. Stop. Alright, not bad. Not a bad reaction. Not a great reaction, but, you know, no reaction would be better. But I can accept that. So, I got a few things that I know I need to touch up. Go ahead and grab everything. Just open up all the chapters in order. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I'm going to be copying and pasting or how I'm going to be setting this up, but the book itself needs to be one file. I did all my chapters as separate files because that makes the editing process easier. You're not looking at such a massive volume of work. You're just looking at, you know, sections at a time. A lot easier to get through, stay organized during the writing and editing process. But now we are in the consolidation phase. I'm going to bring everything together, create a whole new file out of it. I have specific page breaks that I got to put up. I'm using docx Word type, which is the best and simplest according to that. I think before I used KPF, which is the Kindle Create format. One, two, three. Okay, so I do need 4. All right, let's try and stay on track. 4. Not sure how much of this I'm going to get done. The reason why I'm streaming this isn't really for educational purposes. It's just because I get distracted. And truth be told, I don't want to work on this right now. I would rather slack off, play video games, waste my time, maybe even look for a real job. As horrible as that experience has been, but I would like to get as much of this done as possible by the end of this year, which is today. So this is totally some last minute stuff. Drowning, chapter 8.1, which is already open. I don't want to fat shame anybody, but I have got a very large neighbor, and I swear to God, every time she walks around up there, it is a little bit terrifying. I feel sorry for the floor and the ceiling. Like, it's... Oh, yeah, and I gotta buy insurance. Damn it. All this adulting stuff is not for me, but it is fucking mandatory. I gotta buy car insurance. At least figure it out. The wife will be paying for it initially, because I don't have income right now and I'm bleeding out my finances. So a couple things I need to change in the story, just final edits, final touch-ups. I mentioned Arista's name before she actually gives her name, so that's premature in its placement. And then I have a scene where I just spontaneously manifest blankets into the story without giving them any prior indication. So that needs to change, be altered somehow. Beyond that, I think I'm good. Chapter 14, and I'm just assuming I'm going to need to have everything opened up and ready to go. Chapter 15, and finally, what comes after 15? Usually 16, so let's get that opened up too. Boom, and that's my final chapter, or blurb, chapterette, which is 817 words. Alright, so your ebook is sold. Okay, this is the stuff that I looked up last night. I asked ChatGPT, how do I publish on Kindle or KU? What do I need prepared for upload? Publishing on Kindle Direct Publishing. I'm going to go grab my cup of coffee real quick. Alright, publishing on Kindle Direct. Publishing on Kindle Direct Publishing, or KDP, and choosing Kindle Unlimited, KU, is very doable. Especially if you already have a manuscript in progress. I'll break this down into 1, where KU fits, 2, what you must prepare before upload, and 3, the actual upload process with notes tailored to a fiction author like you. Kindle versus Kindle Unlimited. What's the difference? Kindle, or KDP, your ebook is sold normally on Amazon. You can also sell it anywhere else, Apple Books, Kobo, your site, etc. Kindle Unlimited, readers pay a monthly subscription. You're paid per page read, KENP rate. Usually, it's about half a cent a page. Exclusivity requirement. Your ebook cannot be sold or distributed digitally anywhere else, but print and audiobooks are allowed elsewhere. So I could record myself reading the story and then sell it on Spotify. So that's another option for revenue. You enroll in Kindle Unlimited, KU, after uploading the ebook. It's optional and can be turned off later, 90-day terms. So what I could do is I could put it up on Kindle Direct Publishing, choose Kindle Unlimited, leave it there for 90 days, then take it off of there and sell it on other mediums after that point. So the initial, I can get a per page type of deal, which could be interesting, especially if it gives me back information, like if people stop reading at a certain point, where did they stop reading, why? That could be helpful. What you need prepared before uploading. Manuscript file, most important, accepted formats, best to OK. DOCX, Word, best and simplest. EPUB, KPF from Kindle Create, or PDF, which is not recommended for ebooks. Manuscript basics, one file, no headers or footers. Page breaks between chapters, no extra line returns. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. One file, no headers and footers. Okay. Page breaks between chapters, not extra line returns. Just going to go ahead and ask. Control-C. What do you mean by this? By extra line returns, are you referring to getting enter to skip lines? So what is the proper way to include page breaks between chapters? Yes, you understood it correctly. By extra line returns, I mean repeatedly hitting enter to push the next chapter down the page. That looks fine in Word, but it often breaks badly in Kindle because font size, screen size, and orientation change. Here's the correct KDP safe way of doing a chapter break. Okay. Problem with extra line returns. Here. When you do this, end of chapter 1, chapter 2, Kindle treats those blank lines inconsistently. On some devices, huge blank gaps. On others, almost no spacing. Can cause chapters to start mid-page. Can confuse the auto-generated TOC. Not sure what that is. This is one of the most common formatting mistakes KDP flags. The correct way, insert a page break. Put your cursor at the very end of the chapter, do one of the following, press Control, Enter, fastest, or go to Insert Page Break on the new page type. Chapter 2. That's it. You should see a faint dotted line or the page jump. That's the page break. Put your cursor at the very end of the chapter, do one of the following, press Control, Enter. And this is in Microsoft Word, it says, okay. So, let's go to Brooklyn Babich. Drowning, chapter 1. We're at the very end of the chapter. Hit Control, Enter. Boom. Okay. And the new page, type chapter 2. That's it. Every chapter must begin on a new page via a page break, not spacing. Scene breaks versus chapter breaks. Scene breaks, same chapter, use Okay. I'll be copy pasting my chapters together if the pasted section starts with the chapter 2, etc. Do I need to type it again for the sake of format? Short answer, no, do not retype it. Long answer, you just need to make sure the page break exists in the right space. Here's exactly how to handle it. Okay, if each chapter file already starts with the chapter, okay. So for this file, my Drowning chapter 1. Okay. Oh, so this just automatically changes everything. This is what I have selected. Okay. this, then how do I say this is the title? I want this part centered. No. I want to just indent over. I want it to be centered as a title. Okay. How do I center my book title in Word after selecting the design? Okay. Go to Home. Oh, okay. Boom. Heading. Home, paragraph, click the center alignment. Home. Ah, okay. Home, roll, no spacing. Title. Drowning, the Lonely Isle. Boom. And then we can select Chapter 1, Home, Heading. Chapter 1. Drowning, Garrett was drowning. Okay. Or should I put Drowning the Lonely Isle on a title page? I feel like I know the answer. I know the answer to this. On its own page for Chapter 1. Book title should be on its own page before Chapter 1. Long answer below with why and exactly how to do it right in Kindle. Title page, book title, author only. For a Kindle ebook, your front matter should look like this. Copyright page, optional dedication epigraph. Chapter 4, or page 4 would be Chapter 1. Chapter 1 should never share a page with the book title. Alright. And that's when we hit Control Enter. Boom. delete on that. I can hit delete on that, and that's chapter 1. All right. And if I hit Control Enter, gives me another page. So drowning. How do I center the title on the title page without using enter slash turn to lower it? Go to layout breaks, section breaks. Page setup, open the layout tab. Layout breaks, section breaks. Next page. Layout, page setup, open the layout tab, select vertical alignment, layout tab, okay, vertical alignment, center, boom. Um, Yeah. Figuring this out. Definitely figuring this out. So, how do I center my name under the title? Hmm. Okay, first off, I don't need my name being all that big. Cursor on the title line. Right click. Where the hell's the paragraph button? I guess it's paragraph. Duh. Paragraph. Alright, spacing 12 to 18. Oh, spacing. Spacing after. Okay. Alright. Copyright page. What should the copyright page look like? See. Enter, put that down another page, this whole thing needs to be adjusted. Styles, normal body font, left align, do not center. No headers or footers, no page numbers. And again, we're still centered. All right. Back here, what else? Dedication or epigraph. Chapter 1 should never share a page with the title. Okay. Dedication. Oh. Dedication is a writing project in and of itself. I want to write the dedication. Shoot. And that's really private. I kind of want to like sit down and like write out a proper, meaningful dedication. Shoot. Nothing to it but to do it. Oh, fuck you, foot. Why you gotta fall asleep on me? You gotta walk. You gotta walk, foot. Come on. Oh, come on. You do. Hi, Riz. Oh, you're very much awake right now, wondering why I haven't fed you yet, huh? Okay. Alright, buddy. buddy. Don't stress out on me. I'll freak out. Get a little bit. Move you back in your cage. Another bite, buddy. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, one more bite. There you go. There you go, dude. Hey, what's up, Blues Car? How you doing, man? Sorry I had to step away. I saw Rizzy was up. I had to feed him real quick. Get him some breakfast. Hey, what's up? Oh, subscribe with Prime. Awesome. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing New Year's resolutions this year, just because typically when people make New Year's resolutions, they don't stick to them. And I really need to make genuine change. You are. You absolutely are. Um, Appreciate you. Really do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just hesitant to make resolutions. Yeah. Um, I want to work out more. I want to get in the best shape of my life over this next year. Make the arms bigger. Actually earn the title of jacked. Um, I want to finish more books. By the end of 2026, I want to have at least 3 books published and making money off of. Yeah, yeah, the wife would love that shit. I want to fix my marriage. I want to be more responsible. I want to, dare I say, be more of an adult, handle my shit better. Um, yeah. What does it mean for a book to be published? Well, it means you actually finished it. You actually wrote it. But since I'm doing everything through Kindle, it's all independent. So that's actually what I'm working on right now is the formatting and getting everything set up so it's ready to go. Taking the 16 separate files that I have and merging them all together into one master file and just uploading it to Kindle right now. I don't know. I gotta finish cover art first. That's my biggest hurdle right now is actually finishing drawing the cover. Right now I'm just working on the soft release. That would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome. The cover is going to be a scene from chapter 1 where Arista is making out with and simultaneously drowning Garrett. So I've got some early concept stuff going. Garrett is not looking good. My male body and doing things from a behind 3/4 angle is just not. It's not where I want it to be. So I might do some redesign work. I'm thinking I should do a stream later. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a little bit racy. It's intentionally racy, but everything is handled in a poetic sort of fashion where, like, my wife read through it and didn't realize that the 2 characters were having sex in the first chapter until she read it for the second time. Nah, I don't think I'm going to any ball drops. The plan so far is just the wife and I together ringing in the new year. Um, just us is what it sounds like. Like she's been invited out to things for New Year's, but she says she'd rather bring in the new year with me. So that is some serious progress over where we were 6 months ago. But I'm thinking right now, I'm going to take a little break. I just realized where I'm at right now is the dedication page, and I have not written the dedication yet. And that's something I really want to come from the heart because this is dedicated to the wife. She's very much the inspiration and the motivating force to help me finally like get something real done. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah, you got any ideas? Because typically, if I come to a writing like block where I need to get my head straight, I take the dog out for a walk, and that's usually where the thoughts formulate is getting out into nature, walking the dog, looking at trees, letting my mind kind of drift a little bit. That's exactly how it sounds. Thank you for being so blunt. Um, I'll be back. I'll absolutely be back. I need to get this done though. So I think I am going to step away, let the mind percolate, walk and talk with the dog and a notepad because I have something loosely in mind for how to dedicate this. But it's poetry, and I don't like poetry. I really don't. It's yeah. Well, it wasn't yoga. It was like a Zumba thing, like a dance class. But fuck, no. I regret not regretting it. I think that's what it is. Like, there's a little bit of me that it's a little sorry that I can't like join my wife for those classes anymore. But if I'm not in an environment where I can speak my mind, that's probably not the environment for me. Like, I'm not good at keeping stuff in like that. So, I'm sorry that people were offended. Um, but as far as like asking the question itself, no. I wish that I was, but unfortunately, no. It was funny. It was well timed. It was an observation. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get. I mean, they have a right to be offended, just like I have a right to ask dumb questions. So I'm sorry that people were offended. I am not sorry that I asked it. Yeah, I'm sorry that things are a little awkward for my wife. Like she said, the security guard that came and talked to me about it and deemed like, you're not a malicious guy. You didn't say it out of any kind of cruelty. Like you seem like a genuinely nice person. Sort of gives her a look whenever she comes in to the Y now, and sort of like raises his eyebrows a little bit. And while I'm sorry that she's uncomfortable about that, like that's the type of bullshit I've been putting up with from my brother-in-laws for over 20 years now. So there's kind of an element of like, if you're that put off by having that very small interaction, it should make you a little more sympathetic to what I've been tolerating from your family for years. So yeah, I'm sorry that she's upset by it. I'm sorry that she's sad that she can't take me to her class anymore because she was asking me to go to that class for almost a decade before I finally did that one time, and then I get myself banned from the YMCA. So, well, not even banned, not banned at all. But she doesn't want to bring me back in as a guest after embarrassing her like that, which that's her own sensitivity to social stuff. It's her own need and desire to be accepted where she goes. Like that's her own, borderline narcissistic stuff, and that's who she is. But No. I can't regret asking a question or making a joke. I might exercise a little more restraint or better judgment if I find myself in a similar situation in the future, and in which case I will be grateful that I had that experience so I can learn better. But I got to go out and do some brainstorming and do some writing. I don't want to use ChatGPT for this next writing section because, like I said, it's a dedication to my wife. And one of the issues in our relationship, at least for her, is the fact that I am a poet. I'm a published poet, but I don't like poetry. I think poetry is a lot of bullshit. It's either explaining things that you can't articulate, in which case you should be smarter and you should be better at expressing yourself. Because if you are actually able to make that point, then poetry defeats itself. The other way that I'm learning that poetry is good for is to say the thing that you're either afraid to say or that people will not be receptive to. But originally it's something that was created in human language for storytelling. That's the whole point of poetry, is to help people with recitation. And it was originally based on cadence. And then the French came along and introduced both rhyme schemes and romance at the same time, which kind of ruined a lot of literature. Like, the Arthurian legends are awesome when you take all that Guinevere bullshit out of it. So, yeah, I like old school poetry. I like bardic poetry. I like the poetry of Homer and Milton, like the people that I aspire to write like, with, classic myths and legends. But actual poetry itself, it's fluff. Nietzsche says that a poet is somebody who steals from someone in a marketplace and then sets up shop right next to where they stole their stuff from. It's basically for people who feel something but can't accurately explain it. So, in this case, that's appropriate because, like I said, I want to write something poetic. I want to write a dedication to my wife in regards to this book. And I can't really explain how I feel about my wife. That's difficult for me. Like, the most poetic phrase I can think of is just, I love you, because it's such an ambiguous phrase. But yeah, she's my sky, she's my ocean, she's what I feel for her, and the connection that I have for her is too vast to put into simple lines. But I gotta try it. So yeah, that's what I gotta do right now. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you. I will be back on for hopefully another couple of hours is my intention, because I want to get this file set up and ready to go as much as I possibly can today. So that is done this year, and I can start next year working on the next book. So, thanks guys. I really appreciate you. I will be back.